Welcome, my most awesome Money Math students. We have made it to the end of another week. Remember that we have a meeting today at 12. So, we have been looking all week and the last couple of weeks at grocery shopping, and we're going to continue to look at that. And yesterday and today, we are going to look at reviews of different products. And you might be thinking, but that's not math. Well, it is when it comes to money math. And we're going to be looking at hacks and tricks of all different ways of saving money. You have to remember some of these are going to be things that you may not be interested in, but I really want you to think about how you're actually spending the money. So this one that we're looking at is going to be about bags. So specifically freezer bags, and the bags that they're looking at are the gallon size bags. So that would be, for us in Canada, the large size bag. So this is the type of bag that we're talking about. So I want to talk a little bit about the difference between a sandwich bag and a freezer bag. So they have been talking about freezer bags, which they also called storage bags. So storage bags and freezer bags are the exact same thing. So this time I'm comparing a freezer bag with a sandwich bag. Both are no name, and you can actually see in the sunlight that this is actually much shinier, and it's much lighter plastic. So I use these both. Sometimes I need just a light bag. I don't need the heavy duty of a freezer bag. Sometimes if I want to keep something extra fresh, I'm going to use my freezer bag. The other difference, which you can't see, is how different the zipper is. This is a much tougher zipper than this one. It is important that when we're using the freezer bags, that you want to keep a zipper that holds things in. If the zipper doesn't work, then most of the time it's really not a good bag. Sometimes though, you just want it to have it wrapped around. Now the other thing that they talk about, and this I found very interesting, was they talked about different brands. So I have my no-name brand and I have my Glad bags. Glad is being a brand name, so these definitely do cost more than these ones. And the funny part is I bought the Glad ones. They were on special, and I actually found them in my closet because I had bought them in a series of 3. So I got 3 of these at a cheaper price than if I would have gotten 3 of these. For me, I find that the no-name brand does just fine. Well, the interesting thing on the Glad is it has a zipper that makes it so that you can see that it's actually sealed, because again, if a bag is not sealed, then it really doesn't help us out, especially when we put things in the freezer. When you put something in the freezer, you want it to seal so that the air doesn't get in and that frost doesn't come on it. So one of the best things that they had, and I had one long ago, was a vacuum seal. So you want to take all of the air out and it seals in tight so that it keeps as fresh as possible. All right, so that's my little take on bags. You think that they're not as important, but every time you buy one, it's money. And if you go through them quickly, or if they're wasting money, so it might be you might buy a $8 piece of meat and your 20-cent bag lets a lot of air in and it's ruined. So sometimes some of the smaller things we have to keep in mind as being really important. The second thing that I want you to do is we're going to start working on a project that has to do with different kinds of foods and where to buy them and what to buy. So what you have to do today is I want you to write down, and I put a Google Doc, which you're going to do as an assignment. I want 2, what you eat for breakfast, 2, what you might eat for lunch, 2, what you might eat for dinner, and then if you have snacks or drinks during the day. I want you to write it all down so that we have that information. We're not going to use it all at once, but we're going to use that information and so that you can do the work that actually means something to your family. All right, the last thing is no IXL today. I'd really like you to play some games. So if you forget the activities or the game rules, go back to next Friday's slideshow and it has it. So have a super awesome day. Take care. Have a really good weekend, and we'll see you all ready to work on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.